Hey, fellas, I figure it might be a little bit easier to try to explain what I was talking about game planning. If you look up there to the upper right, it says Buccaneers offense. It shows you, obviously their ranks, points per game, total yards, pass yards, whatever. Where it's lit up in the green, it's showing their number 7 in passing. I'm going to attack their strength, which is their passing game. So then I'm going to go in here and click to choose the game plan. And when I look at it, if you look at the passer rating, the short passer rating is their best. So I want to take away their short passing game. And that kind of goes hand in hand with what I talked about, being able to bull rush off the edge very quickly. If I take away what they do well, I can play underneath, take away the short routes, get to the quarterback quick, and try to force them to throw deep. It's kind of what I did to your user or your CPU team this last game, Weldon. And Josh Allen was just chucking it up into coverage. And granted, it was single coverage, and Stephon Diggs made a play on one big play. But other than that, I think we picked him off like 2 or 3 times. So anyway, that's what I mean there. So I'm going to defend short pass against Brady. Move on to the next thing, which is the Buccaneers defense. If you look up there in the upper right, it's pretty even. They're about middle of the road in defending the pass and the run. If it comes to something like that, I love to run the ball. Anybody who's watching my games, I run the shit out of the ball. So what I'm going to do is focus on running inside, which is what I like to do, inside zone run. So I'm kind of playing if that defensive outlook on that team said that they were number 1 in run defense and number whatever 15 in pass defense, I would have played to the run. If it had said number 1 in pass defense and number 15 in run defense, then I would have focused on passing the ball, which what I like to do rather than choose short passing, medium passing, or deep passing on an offensive game plan, I like to blitz counter. So what that does is it gives you a little bit of extra protection when they bring a blitz package, give you a little bit more time, but more effectively, I think what it does is it allows your short route running with your receivers to be boosted. So before the blitz hits home, you've got extra blocking, and you can win in those one-on-one situations underneath more often, which to me is the best way to beat the blitz, not necessarily the pass blocking to hold up, more than 2 or 3 seconds, but to be able to get the ball out of your hand real quick. So again, it helps that I've got the best quarterback on the game. I've got arguably the best receiver on the game because he wins every double move more or less. So I know Henson the other day was asking about how is Devontae always open on those crossers. If you'll notice, I never throw it into double coverage, but as soon as I snap the ball on that crosser where I've got the left side overloaded, where there's 3 receivers on the left, tight end on the right, it's a play action pass, or I just run the dagger play where the tight end runs a drag, and Devontae in that slot. I guess the slot would be what it would be, XYZ. It may be the Z receiver, but it's the receiving slot that's closest to the quarterback. He's running a crosser, which is kind of a slant or an up, a slant, and then cross it. So it's technically a double move. Well, as soon as I snap the ball, if that strong safety dips into the box, then Devontae is going to have a double move in single man coverage. He's going to win that almost 100% of the time. Now, the protection's got to hold up. I've got to read the blitz. I got to know if I'm dumping it to the tight end or not. If it's play action, I got to see if the outside rusher is jumping out or not. But anyway, it helps that I've got those type of guys. That Devontae will just about always win in single coverage double moves. Aaron Rodgers can enter the zone and can't be picked off unless it's a superstar X Factor player or a superstar player, I believe. And my team's just freaking loaded. But that's how I do the game plan. I thought that might help a little bit. So there it is.